So yesterday in class we were talking about volume, right? Was it yesterday we started talking about volume? And what is volume? Anybody remember? Talon. It's what? Yes, but what actually is volume when you find the length times the width times the height? What are we finding? Yes. No, we're not finding the area. Area and volume are different things. What is volume? Yes. Inside. How much fits inside, right? Remember yesterday I showed you that little cube that would fit inside, and we decided how many cubes could fit inside the shape. And this one was 10 times 10 times 10. And so how many of those little cubes fit in this shape? 1,000. 1,000 of those little tiny cubes, those centimeter cubes. And so the answer was 1,000 centimeters cubed. We said there are 1,000 of these in here because we have 10 that way. We have 10 that way. So the base layer is 100. And then if we have 100, 100, 100, 100, if we stack that up 10 times, that's 1,000. So we were talking about volume. Today we're going to talk about surface area. Surface area is different. Okay? Surface area is how much area is on the surface, on the outside. So, if I have a rectangular prism that looks like this, I want to know the area, how much is on the outside of this shape. So what you have to do is you have to find the area of each side, and then you have to add it together, okay? And so you should be able to do that if you have a prism with different sides. You should know that there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides, 2 bases, so 5 and 6. So you have to find the area of 6 different sides and then add them together. So you could be given a prism shape that looks like this with just a length, a width, and a height. And so you're going to have to do some figuring of what dimensions go with what side. Or you could be given what's called a net. This is a net. And so what you're doing is you're finding the area of each one of these sides, and then you're adding it together. And you should be able to see, if they give you the height here, you need to be able to see that this height here would be the same as this width here. Because when you fold them up, they should be an equal length. So that's what makes a net so difficult. Okay? So you need to be able to see that this width right here would be the same as the height here. Because when you fold it up, those meet there. So we're going to be working with some nets today. And you need to be able to find the surface area of a rectangular prism, but you also need to be able to find the net of a triangular prism. Let's see if I can open this. Well, I can't get this one open. But we'll actually work with a paper net in just a minute. But how many sides would a triangular prism have? So I have 1, 2 triangular bases, and then how many rectangular faces? 1, 2, 3. So a triangular prism only has 5 sides, where a rectangular prism has 6 sides. Okay? So we're going to look at the differences with that. All right, so where we're going to start is you can get your table of content up to date. We are going to put the surface area on pages 124 through 129. 124 through 129 is surface area. So add that to your table of content. And then I want you to cut out each of these templates as one whole piece. And we'll go ahead and we'll get those glued on today. And then if we don't get all the notes done, at least they'll be in our journal. So cut out that one. Cut them out as one solid net piece. And then once you have your table of content up to date and you have these cut out, then we'll go on. If you were absent yesterday, you need to get the notes from yesterday and watch the video from yesterday's lesson. All right, on page 125, we're going to glue the surface area of a cube. I want you, everyone look at the board. You're only going to put glue on the back of this middle section right here. We need to be able to fold. Everything else has to be able to fold in. So the one that says 4.5, this square right here, you're only going to put glue on the back of that one. Don't glue it all flat, or then you can't use it like a net. So glue it flat like that on 125, and then everything else should still fold up. If you fold on all the lines, you should be able to make a cube. So when I fold it, you should get a cube that's stuck to your page. Okay, don't worry so much about the folding right now. Just worry about getting them stuck to the page. Yes. All right, we ready to go to the next one? On 127, that's where you're going to do your rectangular prism. That's this one right here, rectangular prism. You're going to put the glue on the back of this one right here. Everything else is going to fold up into that one. So on the bottom of this third rectangle, that's where you're going to put the glue. Leave the other ones loose. Oh, I'm out of glue. Make sure it fits all within that page. Then you can fold it the same if you have time. If not, we'll fold it tomorrow when we do the notes. And then it should also make a prism that closes. And the last one is your triangular prism. $129 is your triangular prism. You're going to put your glue on the back of this center rectangle. Put your glue on the back of that center rectangle. And then you can start packing up for today, and we'll actually do the notes in class tomorrow. And that one will close like that. All right, any questions? No? And then make sure that you get your homework for tonight done. This page is your homework. 6 problems. I want to see where you have broken your composite figures up. Either here I turned it into 2 rectangles, or I could cut it here and make one long rectangle and one shorter rectangle. But I want to see, and you can take your journal home if you need to look at your notes for area of composite figures.